Hi, this is Tom Sedlak, General Manager at 33rd Company Property Management in our Kansas City location. Thanks so much for watching this video podcast. Today's topic is, what does a property manager do in Kansas City? Well, Kansas City, unlike any other metro area, has a lot of unique attributes to it. It's got river dividing it into two. It's got two different states with different state statutes and different laws. It's got a myriad of counties. It's got a consolidated county. And there's a lot of laws and a lot of things to know if you're doing business in the Kansas City metro area. It's a great place to be as a citizen. It's a great place to live. It's also a great place to be a property manager. You just have to be aware of all the complexities, the laws and inner workings in the metro area. Property managers, of course, by definition, are multitaskers, and they have talents across a really broad range of skills, and that would include customer service, business management skills, client relations, basic maintenance issues for single-family homes, for condos, for townhomes, for assigning and coordinating maintenance to a list of pre-vetted vendors, executing leases and addendums, negotiating rents and terms, updating databases, tracking renewals, doing competitive rental analysis, marketing properties, advertising and showings, negotiating rent increases if required, and ensuring utilities are transitioned from the landlord to the tenant, as well as making sure the city rental licenses are up to date. And of course, there's even more things that property managers do on a daily basis. So they're quite busy, and there's a lot of spinning plates. And really the only way to manage this myriad of tasks is to do it in a process-oriented fashion, to make sure you have processes, you have checklists, you have software that supports what you're doing, and you're using the latest automation. And that would include electronic document signing, electronic lease renewals, where you can just do single-click renewals. There's automated tracking and notification. There's 24/7 work orders that tenants can fill out and submit electronic work orders that go right into the property manager's database. You know, all those things help make a manager much, much more efficient and helps alleviate the error, especially the error from manual entry or from manual translation of information from one source to another. And so those are the things that we do at 33rd Company to make sure that we're the most efficient managers possible. And that also includes online apps and vendor apps that they can get real-time information and updates on work orders and get information and pictures from the field. So it's a daunting task. There's lots of plate spinning, as I mentioned. There's a lot of activity, and quite frankly, property management is one of those jobs that you come into the office and you think you know what you're doing, but you really never know what you're doing exactly during that day, because every day takes its own little twists and turns. But that's what actually makes it fun and makes it rewarding. And we also have a little saying in our company that the P and the M in property management really stands for people manager. What you're really doing is managing people. You're advertising and you're showing properties to people. You're screening tenants. You're knowing some of the basic requirements in order to successfully complete a lease and what those screening requirements are. We're making sure that we embed appropriate terms and conditions that are compliant with state law, and we have lots of resources to make sure that as we deal with people every day, that we're doing it politely and considerately and graciously, and making sure that we're communicating all along the way. And I think that really is the bottom line, is good communication and just a good approach to dealing with people. As far as our processes and checklists go, we do have topical checklists, and we have a very process-oriented approach to everything we do. And we even embed these processes into our management software so that they're done consistently and correctly. And in fact, you can't process a transaction unless you're going through the checklist. So it almost makes it error-proof by doing that in that fashion. As far as visiting homes, property managers, yes, they do get out of the office occasionally. They're not just on the phone or at their computers. They do unscheduled drive-bys, scheduled interior inspections if required. They check up on the neighborhoods and the local issues. A good property manager really looks at issues, looks at them objectively, and escalates them as required so that the best result is obtained. And so that's why there's a lot of judgment that property managers use on a day-to-day basis to make sure that they're doing everything appropriately as well. And of course, a good property manager is worth gold to landlords, because they take those multitude of tasks and boil them down into an organized, manageable format and provide a consistently good service both to the tenant and to the owner. I think independent landlords, especially those that have managed homes in the past, have quickly found themselves to be overwhelmed even with just a single property. A good manager can take that entire monkey off their back and provide better marketing, shorter vacancies, better tenants, longer tenancies, less turnover, better care of the property, better maintenance, better vendors, lower cost maintenance. All of those things a professional property manager can provide to an independent landlord. And in fact, all of those services, the fees that are paid, are generally going to be tax deductible as well. So it pays the individual landlord to hire a good manager, in fact, hire the best manager you can find, rather than to try and do all of this yourself. And the reason is because your cash flow will improve. You'll be able to write off the property management expenses, and you're actually going to make more money and do no work or less work as an independent landlord, and it'll give you opportunity to live your life, to enjoy having real estate in your portfolio rather than to dread it, and also to continue to buy additional properties, because real estate is probably one of the best investments that are out there. So if you're an independent landlord in the Kansas City metro area, I hope this information has been helpful to you. If you have questions or would like some more information on what 33rd Company Property Management can do for you, give us a call or check out our website, 33rdcompanykansascity.com. Thanks so much. Have a great day.